plastic surgery may be fooling everybody else, but I've been watching you ever since you got out of Women's State. I followed you here. I followed you to that clinic. I followed you when you came out all blonde and beautiful.
I think you had a little bit too much to drink this afternoon, Mr. Osorio.
I love the way you framed Ben. I couldn't have fixed the bastard better myself.
I don't have time for this.
I want him out of the way as much as you do, Faith. Hell, I'd like to see him drop him in a pit someplace so he couldn't climb out. But you gotta cooperate with me.
My name is Patricia Meadows. The woman you're talking about is dead.
Otherwise, I'm gonna have to tell the police and Ben that you staged your own murder. And Ben will go free and he'll come after you. And it'll be worse than the last time. Now, you remember the last time, don't you, Faith? I saved it all for you on tape. I did you a favor giving you that tape. All I'm doing right now is collecting a debt. Sell me the inn. I don't want Ben free. He gets in my way, you know? Right now, I need this inn. Even more than I need Ben locked up. Now, don't make me tell him you're here, Faith. I hate to see that plastic surgeon's work be for nothing. It'd be nice doing business with an old friend.
Mr. Osorio.
Have you seen Mr. Osorio?
Sorry.
I've been looking all over for him. It's like he's vanished.
You got a pass key to all the rooms?
I'm the housekeeper, remember?
Good. This way I don't have to sneak you my key when you want to come visit me in the middle of the night.
Don't wait up. Hello? Hello? Anybody down there?
Morning, ladies.
Oh, good morning, Jerry. Would you like some breakfast?
Oh, no, thanks. I just stopped by for a quick good morning to Holly.
I hear congratulations are in order, Jerry. I'm really very happy for you both.
Thanks.
Looks like congratulations are in order for something else, too. You're back in uniform.
That's right, and just in time.
For what?
Well, that's the other reason I'm here, Sissy. Y'all know about Ben Cronin, your friend Faith's husband?
Yes?
Well, it was pretty obvious to us that he murdered her, but unfortunately the courts didn't see it that way.
What do you mean?
Due to lack of evidence, they threw the case out. Ben Cronin's walking free.
Next.
Shop, I don't want to talk about it here.
I don't know what you're so afraid of.
I am not afraid. Why do you keep insisting something is wrong just because I don't want to have a relationship?
Because something obviously is wrong.
Look, can we just drop this?
No receptionist, no cook, no bartender. They're dropping like flies around here.
Well, here comes the owner, Mrs. Meadows.
Mrs. Meadows? Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Ben Cronin.
What the hell do you think you're doing here?
Who are you?
I was the owner of the inn the last time you visited.
Joe, please. Welcome, Mr. Cronin.
Thank you, Mrs. Meadows. Your hospitality is considerably better than your predecessors.
Why are you back here, Cronin? If it's to make trouble...
Don't you read the papers? I was cleared of my wife's so-called murder. My wife is Faith Cronin. I assume you've heard of her.
Yes.
If I choose to come back to this place, in spite of the heartache it might represent, that's my right. And my business.
Yes, it most certainly is.
Beautiful, gracious, and fair. Excuse me. I think you're going to be very successful, Mrs. Meadows.
Hey, good news. Sissy just called to say Ron's better. She'll be back tonight.
Oh, no.
You don't seriously want me for cook.
I don't want to alarm either of you, but you need to know. Ben Cronin's here, and he's staying at the inn.
What?
Why? You don't think he's after Sissy, do you?
Crystal, are you the one that booked Mr. Cronin in?
Yes. Maria was out.
Why didn't you tell him the place was booked or something? Doesn't his name mean anything to you?
Well, he already had reservations, Mrs. Meadows. And no, I didn't remember his name. I'm really good with faces, you know.
Faces? Forget it. The damage has already been done. We all just have to keep a good eye on him.
From your guard?
Yes.
The inn is quite lovely. You've made some changes since I've been here last.
Mr. Holland has done some wonderful renovations.
You sell yourself short. Your own influence is unmistakable. Beauty. Surrounded by beauty.
You're very kind, Mr. Cronin. Would you excuse me?
Mrs. Meadows, why don't you look me in the eye?
I'm sorry, I didn't realize I wasn't.
You've been listening to that man who was harassing me. You believe I killed my wife.
No.
I hope not, Mrs. Meadows. I am innocent.
There's no need for you to try to convince me of that, Mr. Cronin.
I was framed, Mrs. Meadows. I'm convinced Faith is still alive. I've come to Cedar Lake to prove it. Excuse me. I'll show you I'm not the monster your Mr. Holland has made me out to be.
I already told you, Mr. Cronin, I believe in your innocence. Besides, I'm afraid that I'm up to my ears in work.
You have to eat. And I understand your inn is known for its fine food.
Yes, we have a very fine chef.
Yes, I met her. Now, please, I'd like to tell you more about why I'm here. Maybe you can help me.
Help you?
Please come. I promise you a wonderful evening.
Excuse me. Tricia Meadows? Oh, yes. Hello, Mr. Jeffers. I did. Listen, we need to reconsider the terms you discussed with Joe. Could you hold on a moment? I'm sorry, Mr. Cronin, but this could be a while.
I could wait.
No, I really don't want you to do that.
Well, perhaps tomorrow evening, then.
Perhaps.
So everything's all right?
When I got back... What are you doing in the kitchen, Mr. Cronin?
I was just checking the correct time with Mrs. Johnson. Excuse me.
What did he want? Still the same things.
He's not giving up, Sissy. When I told you it was better to frame him for my murder than to kill him, I was wrong.
Well, if he tries to harm me or my family once more, I'll kill him myself. I mean that.
I'm so sorry, Sissy. I wish I knew what to do for you.
Nothing I say will convince him that I don't know what happened to Faith or the 20 million. Oh, how I wish I knew where that money was. If I did, I'd give it to Ben Cronin in a second.
Is it all right if I go into the village for a while, Mrs. Meadows?
That's fine, Rita.
Thanks.
You trust her, don't you?
Yes. Why?
I wish I could. We need all the help we can get.
What are you saying? You want to tell Rita who you really are?
Ben is threatening your family, Sissy, and if he finds out that I'm Faith, he's going to try to kill me. We need help, and we can't go to the police. Rita might be useful. She was with Tony Osorio.
You are feeling desperate, aren't you?
She wouldn't dare expose me because she'd have to know that if she blew my cover, she'd blow her cover, too.
Don't rush into telling her. Not yet. If Ben Cronin gets that money, he might back off.
How is he going to get it? Tony obviously stole it and hid it before he was killed.
You're right. But I still think that money is the only thing that could possibly save us.
No, Sissy. You're wrong. He also wants me. You've got to tell him that I'm alive and that you know where I am.
No, I can't do that.
You've got to. Just give me time to get away. And then you tell Ben that you know where Faith Cronin is, and I'll leave a trail for him to follow.
Patricia, you can't be serious.
Sissy, you have to do this. If you don't, he is going to kill your family one by one. You can even tell him that I've got the money. Don't worry. With any luck, I'll never find me, Sissy.
Where are you going?
I've got some personal business. I'll be out of town for a few days.
When did this come up?
Just now. Joe, I'll need you to run things while I'm gone.
All right, no problem. Maybe if we're lucky, Ben Cronin will be out of here by the time you get back.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be great? Goodbye, Joe. Did Rita know about that money?
I don't know. But by telling me, I was able to save my family. And for that, I'll be forever grateful to her.
Wait a minute, Sissy. She didn't even tell you about that money until she was arrested. Maybe she planned to keep it herself. Maybe she even stole it with Tony Osorio.
I don't believe that.
Then how the hell would she know there were millions in an old boat down in Goddard's bait shop?
And it's still there. Cronin can't move that money as long as Jerry is suspicious.
Good. You know, Sissy, if your family were involved, Chief Carson would get an anonymous tip from yours truly. That money was stolen from me.
And you and Harry stole it from the syndicate.
And if Harry hadn't stolen the money, what do you think they would have used it for, Sissy? More drugs. And they will again.
Well, I'm just glad it's over.
It'll never be over. Not as long as Ben Cronin thinks I'm alive. Checking out, Mr. Cronin?
Yes, but if I don't get what I came for, I'll be back.
Has something gone wrong, Mr. Cronin?
Nothing for you to worry about, Mrs. Johnson.
But it does worry me. You did get that material from the boat, didn't you?
Some, but not all. But we know who took it, and we'll catch up with them.
Sign here, please, Mr. Cronin.
I hope to see you again, Mrs. Meadows.
Goodbye, Mr. Cronin.
Well, well, Mr. Ben Cronin. What are you, leaving us?
Yes.
Good. Don't come back.
Oh, no, wait. We've got responsibilities. We've got an end to run.
Wait a minute. The one that's always saying that I'm working.
Yeah, but Patricia, you gotta make money. You can't rely on your relatives every time you need some honey to bail you out of a jam.
I suppose you're right.
Besides, if we work really hard, Day goes by really fast. Be bedtime before you know it. Well, we could have stayed in your room all morning.
I know. I think Krista would never get out of here.
Well, she's out, I'm out, and nobody knows it.
I'm crazy being so discreet.
No, right now I like having a little secret. Pretty soon, I want everybody to know.
And I did tell Sissy when I called the kitchen this morning.
Good. Well, I better get showered and dressed with my luck. Ricky's probably waiting for me at the cottage.
See you tonight.
Or, if things get slow, maybe this afternoon. Bye.
Joe. Now this is what I call a welcome. Hello, darling. Oh, who have we here? Are you the new receptionist? What happened to little Sally?
Hello, I'm Patricia Meadows, the new owner of the inn.
Really? Well, congratulations, Patricia Meadows. Or should I say good luck?
Oh, thank you, Mrs.
Patricia, this is Karen.
Karen Holland. I'm Joe's wife.
So did I. Hello?
I dropped by the Clark family estate this afternoon. Why weren't you there?
Karen?
That's right, Frances Clark. It's all your fault I had to kill a whole afternoon in that damn village.
Why didn't you tell me you were coming back? I can't believe you're in Cedar Lake.
Well, I do have a husband here, remember? Although he seems to have forgotten.
Oh, no. Joe hasn't exactly had open arms.
It seems he's taken up with the new innkeeper.
Are you kidding? I swear, Karen, that inn is poison. I don't know if you've heard. Jerry broke our engagement so that he could take up with one of the chambermaids there.
Oh, she's housekeeper now. He introduced us.
How nice.
He certainly didn't waste any time popping the question to her, did he?
What?
Oh, dear, you don't know?
No. Not that I'm surprised. Damn him. I think how long it took for him to propose to me.
I know. Listen, are you free for dinner tonight? I really do need to see a friendly face.
Karen, if only I'd had advance warning. I'm going with Mother and Daddy to the country club.
Of course.
Why don't you come to the house for breakfast tomorrow? I do want to see you. Obviously, we have a lot to discuss.
Could we...
Mrs. Holland, what can I do for you?
I'd like to be frank with you, Patricia, if I may. I'm here in Cedar Lake because I want to rebuild my marriage. I'd appreciate it if you'd let me do that.
So you're asking me to get out of the way?
Patricia, you're not the first woman here who's had a crush on Joe. We have this little receptionist, Sally. He had her so lovesick she could scarcely do her job at times.
This is hardly a crush.
But it is very new. Joe and I, on the other hand, have history. We've been together since college.
So you think it's easier for me to give him up?
I am still married to him, Patricia.
Yes, and you hurt him a great deal, Karen. I'm sorry. I'm not giving him up. And I'd appreciate it if you'd leave my inn.
Can you really afford to turn away your one paying guest?
In this case, yes.
Look, I don't know if you're aware of this, but I'm an investigative reporter. How would you like to read an article that tells everyone just how nicely you treat your guests here? I can make sure this place is a bigger failure than when Joe owned it. Look at it this way. At least if I stay, we have a fair fight. I figured you'd be there.
Really?
That boy you didn't introduce me to this morning, he said he didn't know where you were when I phoned the cottage just now, so I assumed... Is Patricia standing right there?
No, actually, she's with Sissy at the moment.
Good, then I won't be taking you away from her.
Taking me away?
My bathroom faucet's dripping terribly. You know, if you don't fix it, I won't be able to sleep.
Is it really that bad?
I wouldn't ask unless it were. Please?
All right, I'll be there in a minute. It's a little early for bed, isn't it?
I just wanted to be comfortable. Come in.
No.
Joe, this dripping's like Chinese water torture.
Look, just how stupid do you think I am? Or do you think I'm weak? Whatever, it's pretty transparent.
I beg your pardon?
Now, what's your strategy? You gonna try to seduce me or have Patricia find us in a compromising position?
Joe!
Or you gonna screw up my entire evening by trying to tie me up with your plumbing problems? Whatever it is, it won't work.
Do you really believe I'm that manipulative?
A funny thing happens when you've got 16 months to think about someone. I realized the only reason you ever loved me, because I always gave in. The first time I didn't, you left. You're probably the most selfish, manipulative person I've ever known.
Patricia's turning you against me, isn't she? What's she saying about me?
She said you'd fight this divorce. But don't bother. I'm no use to you, Karen. I won't be your dupe anymore. Sleep well.